Well, hello, and welcome back to the BackLog, and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. Ankita has just... I don't know what even is going on. I have no idea. Let's see if we can figure out... if we can find her. And we'll need some more money. We're starving. We've got 2 more cycles before this matures. Let's grab a little bit of money. Oh, wait, no. We need to do this and help Feng find his peeps. Let's do the 4. It's a little risky, but I think it's only risky for how much cryo will own. Ah, okay, and how many targets we'll get. All right, and then we use the 2 as well. And of course, that worked perfectly. Oh, hey, we did get extra energy. All right, Feng. Sleeper. You see Feng coming up to the corridor as you step out of Minji's. The kelp noodle smell is still clinging to your clothes. He comes up fast and stops close, looking around suspiciously. I don't have long. Take these. Feng palms you a couple of those metal thumbnail-sized drives, ripper worms. My slate's been buzzing like crazy. It seems your delivery ships have turned up our 2 targets. He squeezes your shoulder. I knew you could do it. Now we nail those snakes. I'm ready. Good to hear. He smiles. Hardin's boys are all connected by some kind of closed network. You break the access protocols on both of them, you should be able to gain the location to the nearest network ports. Slot the ripper worms in those ports, each one, and they'll feed me anything and everything stored in Hardin's shadow network. He smiles. Can't wait to see what juicy plans they have in there. You hear the scuff of boots as a group comes up the corridor, likely on their way to place an order with Minji. You turn for a second, and when you look back, Feng is already halfway down the corridor in the opposite direction. He raises a hand in farewell and is gone. You run your fingers over the tiny ripperworm drives in your pocket and smile to yourself as you wonder how mad Jenna will be at Feng for this little excursion. Time to slot some worms. All right, 2 ripperworms here. I'm not seeing Ankita anywhere. Let's check out the data sphere. All right, we got a Heavenage agent over here. Another Heavenage agent. Hardin agent. Oh, they need some... Oh, they need 3s. Ooh. So is that what we need to do? We need to find both Hardin agents. Oh, and they need a 6 or a 4? Oh, that's uncalled for. All right, hold on. Let's go over to the Greenway. Let's see if anything pops up. There's the ambergris. Ankita's away. Huh. A note says, Sleeper, stay. I'll be ready soon. Ready for what? Ready to leave? Ready to do what? Kill another sleeper? What are you doing? What are you planning? I don't even know. All right. Are we still dark? Shifting? Huh, yeah. All right. Then it looks like we're following Feng's lead today. We've got the right dice for it, so we might as well. Oh, hold on. Yadigan agent, Hardin agent. There we go. All right. We're sacrificing a 6 for this. I hope it's good. Hardin agent port unlocked. And, oh, there it is. Hardin agent port. Rip it. Port closed. Having an agent spotted. And then slap this down here. Haha. And where's the other? There he is. Rip it and weep. Feng! Feng! As you walk to the timbre, you quickly spot Feng arguing with Jenna. Approach. As you come up behind Fang, and he turns and notices you, Jenna stops mid-tirade as you arrive. She turns to you. You again. You here to vouch for this layabout? Well... Your silence feels long in the echoey timbre. Fang starts to speak, but Jenna cuts him off. Forget about it. You're done, Fang. Jenna turns on her heel and walks away to the bar. Fang turns to you. Could have done with you getting here a minute or so ago. He glances back at Jenna. Well, either way, it looks like I'm fired. Good news is that it doesn't look like I need a job anyway. He takes out his slate, pulsing with a pale light. Now, let's take a look at what you're really here for. The slate is a whirring mess of code streams coming directly from the Ripper worms as they dig through the agent's data and spin it into threads for the slate to pick up. Anything good? Fang scrolls the display with a finger. A lot of junk, a lot of dull message threads, a lot of tedious data caches, but Fang's eyes flash. Definitely some good stuff. He stops the screen scrolling on an entry and expands it. Check this out. Fang shows you the screen. You see a bold corporate logo, not Solnheim's, and a word below. Conway, Fang says. He's working with Conway. Conway Extractions, right? Fang nods. He's been speaking with them personally. Got a whole chain of messages. Here, but it's mostly encrypted or redacted. He rubs his head. This is juicy, but we can't nail him with it. He scrolls some more. Wait. What's this? A wasteland reclamation facility right here on the eye? He glances at you. What's the bet this place is tucked into the wastes? Conway are set up there? I'm guessing so. Got themselves set up in the wastes. Back before the collapse, people would have got there by going down the connected spoke from the hub. But that spoke's broken now. So the only way's the long way, round the rim, past the greenway. He shows you on his slate. Fang looks away, thinking, Conway have been making moves in this system since the collapse. I heard they took over one of Solnheim's old belt colonies a while ago. Moved everyone out and reclaimed the whole rock. I work with Hardin. What's their angle? Hardin has to be offering them something. Fang looks back at the screen. But if Hardin is involved in it, then we need to check it out. Simple as that. All right, what's next? Fang stares out the middle distance. We have to get to that facility. The answer to whatever Hardin has been planning, has to be there. And we're gonna catch him in the act. Give me 5, maybe 6 cycles, and then I'll see you on the greenway. I seem to remember there's some old service docks on the outer shell, up by the Hapia building. Should be a good place to meet. Fang squeezes your shoulder. Thanks again, Sleeper, for sticking with this. I haven't forgotten about that tracker of yours either, but I'm gonna need to be back in my bay to pull a solution together. He turns the slate around to face you, showing a mass of scrolling code. I've been working on a fix in my brakes. He winks. Fang grins. See you soon, Sleeper. And he walks out the door of the timbre without looking back. This is a long drive. Sheesh. We started over here with just watching things, and now we're ripping things and ripping more things. It's crazy. He's absolutely crazy. But we've got 2 upgrade points, so what are we going to get? Keep 2 dice. I don't ever want to get this far down. Reroll all of your dice once per cycle. That might be fantastic. All cryo actions are discounted by 20%. I think this, though. I think, No, let's go with this one. Let's get the 20% discount. That's just gonna keep reaping rewards, because now we can come here and buy this for 64. Okay, dirt cheap. Wait, what's the import-export? Sell shipmined. Export buy shipmined core for 240. Oh, very nice. So here's where we're gonna meet with Fang. And Kita's not there yet. Wow, it's supposed to be 2, but she hasn't come back yet. There's the wastes. So we can explore the wastes, but it's a little bit dangerous. Gather some scrap. Oh, but that's right. No, we're trying to make friends and influence people here at the Greenway. Yeah, let's do that. It's safe anyway. So, and it turns it into a 4. We got 2. One more of those and we'll be a Hopya member. That'll make me Hopya. I'm sorry, I will stop with the puns. Well, at least for now. Puns later. Sleep now. I need more dice. Give me my dice back, please. Okay, we rolled really high. That's fantastic. And we got one more before the compressor hits. All right, let's head on over. Got to get across the Greenway. Okay, that advanced one. We just need 2. So if I drop this here, it's a good chance we'll get 2. There it is. We're a Hopya member. Oh, we got an upgrade point. And a dorm. Ooh. Okay, so we can sleep here now, so we don't have to keep going back. That's really nice. All right, Rico, commune botanist. What's this here? Work assignment. Energy plus, energy plus. Commune members are expected to turn up for work assignments and in return their needs will be met. All are treated equally. Let's see, what do we get from a 3? Energy. Okay. I mean, we did need energy, so that's not a terrible waste. All right, let's talk to Rico. You head down the Hipya compound, following a blue painted line that's labeled Laboratories. The member you're assigned to work with told you they'd asked to seed you, but you still have no idea about what. The line takes you to a blue door and through to a glass-roofed chamber where a network of stems and leaves filters the sunlight coming through the ceiling, casting the whole chamber in a strange yellow-green.
Peaceful, isn't it?
Distracted by the green, you miss the woman standing at a lab bench, camouflaged by the dappled light.
Welcome to my sanctuary.
She smiles. Come, let's talk, she says, and beckons you closer. What is this place?
Here, these were processing centers for the agriculture of the old corporate station.
She offers you a hand to shake.
I'm Rico. I run the botany program at Hipya.
What is Hipya? She looks surprised.
You've been working in the compound for a while now. I'm surprised you don't know more.
She lifts a tiny sample jar. Yellow spores dance inside.
Hipya lives off the land of the Greenway. It's what allows us to live like we do. No one here pays or is paid. We sleep here, we feed each other, we work for each other.
Rico walks away from the bench and waves for you to follow. She opens a small door and leads you down a glass corridor surrounded by vivid green.
All this, she says, gesturing at the overgrowth, it's a kind of miracle.
She looks at you with bright eyes.
What do you think usually happens to plants on stations like this when they're abandoned?
They keep growing.
If only that was true. No, they don't. They dry up, and then they die.
She leads you left at a crossroads.
But here, they endured.
She smiles to herself.
Actually, no, they thrived.
You look at the bright tendrils wrapped around the metal frames of the corridor. They look dominant, strong, like they're taking control of this place.
Rico continues. Of course, Solnheim tried to create a stable biosphere here, patchworking the surface with gardens and algae tanks that feed into a network of microbial reclamation systems. But the Greenway was always envisioned as extractive, a place from which the harvest is removed and sold to those living on the station, not a closed loop. For this reason, when the collapse came, the Greenway should have gone with it. Erlin himself was so convinced of it that his first colony ever even came here to try to reclaim it. The Eye, instead, relied on outside favors and influences, shipments from the inner system and small-scale agriculture systems, like kelp and fungal farm stacks. And yet here we are, among growth and decay, a biosphere flourishing. When Hipya came here, we expected to find only vacuum-dried stalks and leaves. and perhaps some fungal colonies hidden in the mulch. But we found a jungle.
With this, Rico hits a button on the wall and leads you through a large pair of double doors into a huge, impossible chamber.
It's every kind of green, from the pale algae tanks to the dark vines that surround them.
It's wet, too, a rarity on the eye. Condensation clouds the light from the high glass roof and gathers on the shiny broad leaves of shrubs.
That is exactly our question.
Rico turns to you, visibly excited by the room you're both standing in.
It doesn't make sense, but in many ways the system has stabilized. Unlike the farm stacks closer to the gap who need input to support their meager output, this place runs itself. Perhaps Solnheim managed something new here. Perhaps they tweaked the plans or built new systems buried deep below us. Or perhaps their collapse caused some fortunate cascade, an unlikely chemical reaction within the biosphere. That's what I'd like you to help me find out.
She turns to you, her forehead wet with dew. Me?
Yes, you.
Rico sits on a railing.
These halls run deep, Sleeper, and I'm getting old.
She stamps her foot on the metal grating of the walkway.
Whatever is causing this, it's to be found in the groves beneath, deep in the greenway. Hipya won't spare anyone for an expedition. It's too dangerous. And unnecessary, they say. I can make the case, but I can't get the votes. You sleepers are hardy beings. I know that much. And you can speak to the eye, uncover its secrets in ways I never can.
She holds out an arm so you can help her stand.
Bring me samples, spores, seeds, and blooms. I can grow them in the lab and study them. The deeper they're found, the better.
I'll try.
Thank you, she smiles. And thank you for listening.
Rico leads you back out of the huge chamber and up through the passages. She's a little slower now and stumbles on the steps. You help her where you can.
It's good to have new blood in the commune, she says. Many of us have been here a long time, and few come through.
She settles back at her bench in the lab, stretching her legs.
I'm going to leave. Come back if you find something, Sleeper, she calls. There are discoveries to be made.
And you follow the blue line back up and out the compound, all the time thinking of that impossible magical green. I actually do have a seed, ma'am. I've got, not spores, no, not spores. I've got a whole seed. Gotta find some place to plant it. Okay, all right. So we can come here, we get energy. Service dock. I guess we need to walk the greenway. Going green. Endure. Intuit. What does Intuit give me versus endure? Okay, neither one of those is going to get me anything specific. So, might as well use one or the other, doesn't matter. Let's go exploring, I guess. We'll 100% this. In 2, right? Chunk. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and get an extra energy as a bonus. Ah, the farm stacks. And the mushroom groves, and the aviary. Fantastic. One more drive finish, and we can do that. Collect spores, forage for fungus. Ah, there's my Jerry old caps. Or grove spores. Okay, and what does this do? Clear overgrowth, sunlight refuge. Oh, cut away the choking vines, stop the rot. This place could be turned back into a garden of sorts. To find a place to plant the seed. Oh, shut up. Oh, snap. Steal the harvest? Oh no, there's no way they'll let you work in the stacks as simple as that. Barter for food. Oh my. Oh, but look, it's 5 full energy. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Okay, so not that. Okay, so Sunlit Refuge 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this would take 4 perfect hits to get the Sunlit Refuge. This will get us 1 Jerry caps. Let's do this. Just to see what it's like. Yep, 1 cap. Okay. All right, well. There we go. Look at all the things we've got. Sheesh, so many drives. And we haven't even gotten this derelict unit up because I haven't gotten any stuff here. Oh, that's right. I can sell data. Do I have 5 of each? No. I need exactly 5, huh? Ooh, a vial of... He'll give me a vial of stabilizer or a ship mind. Oh my. Okay, so next time I get a... I didn't even realize that it was a vial he was offering. Collect tithes. Patrol the ward. Okay, I need 3 Jerry caps. Okay. And it's expensive, but I mean, that's like one of my oldest drives at this point. And next, oh, we got a lot going on next turn. Okay, it's gonna get real. Let's cross back over. Let's sleep over here. Let's sleep over here. In the cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You miss me? Ethan smiles a ragged smile at you. No. You look at him. He's paler than usual, hunched. He's sporting a black eye and more than a few cycles of beard growth. That's no way to greet an old friend. Get lost. Ethan's face drops along with all pretense of friendliness. I think you'll want to hear this, Sleeper. I think, he says rapidly, shaking his head, you really want to hear this. Hear what? This is big. Really big stuff. About you. He seems more jittery than usual, on edge. You remember how Essenop canceled the contract on you? The contract I was going to collect? Seriously, Ethan? Well, I'm guessing you were pretty happy about that. Overjoyed. Me? I lost everything. But let's not worry about that. He smiles sarcastically. And so, what did you think? That it was? That was it? I was just glad to be done with you. They silent. Well, it was. Except, Ethan leaves a dramatic pause. What if old Essenop gave the bounty to someone else? Someone who's even more of a jerk than yours truly. He smiles darkly. What a disaster that would be. You're bluffing. Sure, you could think that, but then you'll wake up or not with a bullet in your head one of these cycles. And if you could think, which of you won't be able to do because of the bullet, you'd be thinking, oh, I wish I'd listened to Ethan. He grins. Ethan fishes around his pocket for a slip of paper. I've been speaking to some friends, you see, some colleagues about what went down, and it turns out SNR canceled all their bounty contracts. The whole lot. It seems they brought someone in-house, some guy who did so well in their last contract that they all got offered a job. He leans in. Apparently he made a hit on this ship called the Winter Wonderland or something. It was smuggling sleepers out from under SNR's big corporate nose. He killed the crew and blew the ship. Ethan whistled. I wonder if that's the ship that came in and we didn't actually do the research on it. but rather we tore it apart. I wonder if we would have discovered that it was carrying sleepers. They called him Hemwick, or Maywick, or something. He gives up looking for the paper. I forget. You mean Winterlight? That's it? He looks at you hard. So you do know about all this. He pats you on the shoulder. Then you'll be very happy to hear what I'm about to offer you. Ethan runs his hands through his greasy hair. Given this new information I've brought into light, it seems like you're in need of protection. Not paying you anything. Wait for the pitch. I, meanwhile, am in need of assistance in kind. It turns out I upset some people at the compressor the last time we were there. The owners. They say they'll space me unless I work off the deck. Seems they're that kind of businessman. He grimaces. I would pay them, but he shrugs and turns his jacket pockets inside out in a mime of poverty. He looks pitiful, even more so for his clownish acting. And work it off. You should be glad, the anger rising in him now, that I came here and told you this. You think anyone is looking out for you? You're a contract, a name on a list. He kicks the wall. Ethan rubs his temples. I'm sorry. He hisses. I'm sorry for being a jerk, trying to kill you, and whacking that thick skull of yours. He sighs. You think I want to go up against this guy, but us? He jabs a finger between the two of you. We don't have a choice. So you keep me from getting killed, and I'll do the same for you. And we can help each other out. It's a straight 50-50 deal. He looks at you. I'm not asking for a favor. Well, think about it. Ethan nods. I'm at the compressor. Every cycle. Working. Just, he pauses. Just think about Maywick. Think about that cold-eyed SNR jerk on his way here from the core systems. He smiles. That should give you the motivation you need. Ethan swaggers off down the corridor, throwing his jacket over his shoulder. Can't wait to be working with you, he shouts. Oh, another new drive. Oh, stranded mercenary. All right, Ankita, let's talk. You spot Ankita on the track to the farm. She has a box on her shoulder and is working her way down the slope. She sees you as you approach. Neither of you speak for a moment. She looks tired, pale, her hair is tangled, and clumps of dirt cling to her armor. You both eye each other. Sleeper. She takes a deep breath. I'm sorry for what happened. Truly, I am. She looks down. I'm sorry you ended up in the middle of this, when all you've shown me is kindness. She rubs her face. I'm sorry. It's okay. Now, let's hear what she has to say. For that sleeper that... She stares at the floor. I'm sorry. She looks up and away, not meeting your eye. What you did is unforgivable? She nods, then looks up to the stars. I've never... She stops herself. Thank you. Ankita shifts the weight of the box on her shoulder. I've been preparing for... She grimaces. Look, she sighs. Can you come with me? It's easier if... Lead on. Ankita leads on down the dirt path between the pillars. There's a wind passing through the greenway, a quirk of the air currents the biosphere maintains, and it ruffles the leaves softly. The sound makes the silence more obvious, more complete. You try not to think of the last time you were here. You've been trying not to think of it for the past few cycles. The image of the sleeper sprawled, twisted open, connected to the ship mind has been hard to forget. You realize Ankita is leading you back there, back to the drum at the center of the stack. You pause, trembling a little at the threshold. She turns. What are you doing? She looks at you with empty eyes. What needs to be done? You stand on the threshold and look up at the tanks, green and wet, some glowing with flickering grow lamps. You look down at Ankita, suddenly so small under this hulking ruin. The smallest she's ever looked. She places the box down. You follow Ankita into the stack through a low tank, entering the drum at ground level. It's just as beautiful as you remember, but it barely touches you. Instead, you check the apertures of the tanks for the glint of a weapon or a shadow among the moss. Ankita stops, and you look down. The mossy island at the center of the tank is clear now. The equipment cleared away. In its place is a mound of dirt, loosely covered with moss. Ashton's rifle stands straight, half buried in the dirt at the grave's head. I buried them together, Ankita says without turning. You both stand there in silence for a little while. You think of questions you could ask about Ashton, about the sleeper. Was the sleeper dead? She takes a moment to respond, and for a moment you think she won't, but then the words come gushing out. Their body was long dead. That much was obvious. After you left, I checked them, but there was nothing. No signal, no function. The ship mind was the same. Dead. I don't know if Ashton's plan would have worked. He seemed desperate, but that doesn't mean it wasn't. She pauses, unsure how to continue. I don't think he was lying. But you have to understand, I've had crew members double-cross me, undercut me, rat me out. That's the business. He wasn't a good person. None of us in this job are. And this is how we die, alone. I'm sorry they had to die too. She stops, not sure of what to add. It seems like she's reaching for something, but she can't quite get there. You feel that gap between you, and as you do, it widens. The water drips. The moss trembles. You both stand in silence for a while longer. You both feel it. Life creeping back in, the silence ending. Ankita shifts her weight and then starts to walk out. You follow her, suddenly eager to be back out in the open space of the Greenway, to be away from this place forever. You stand outside and breathe the fresh air. You stare at the green leaves and the stars wheeling above them. That's it, says Ankita from somewhere behind you. You try to think of something to say but can't. Ankita puts a hand on your shoulder. You turn back to her. At least take this. She forces a handful of cryo-chits into your hands. It's what I owe. She looks at you desperately. You look down at the metal bars. Ugly little things, you think. You take the chits and turn without saying a word. You continue up the track, and she does not follow. As you walk up the rise, the wind picks up and the leaves shudder. You walk faster, trying to outpace your anger. The chits are heavy in your pockets, and you hate them for reminding you of how little life is worth. Oh! But on the other hand, I feel very, very mercenary. And having an extra 200 chits, I'm okay with that. Okay, alright. Reroll all of your dice once per cycle. Hard to kill. Keep 2 dice. Agent gives you double data reward. That's what I want, yep. Double data rewards. We're gonna do something with that. Alright. Okay, she wants spores. 3 spores specifically. I do need 2 more Gerial caps to finish the thing. Oh, can we do that? I might lose a condition here. 50-50. Oh. Okay, so the neutral outcome is you get a bunch of energy. All right. Okay, I did get a grove spore. All right, and then we got a 1 and a 2. Let's just double check here. Okay, nothing's popping up there. Let's drop the spore off. Grove spore. Okay, so this will just get me energy. Because I got my photosynthetic skin, you understand. So this is safe to do. I might luck out. I did not, really. I did not. All right, and then the other thing I'm gonna I have 2 of these Gerial caps, but with this one over here, I'm gonna come over to this side and get another Yadigan data. That's right. So now we should get up to 6. Perfect. +1 data items extracted. Because now I can come to Caster's table and get a vial of stabilizer. Yes. Oh, that's so nice. And if I get another 3 Havenage data, I can come over here and get that. Oh, things are going well. Things are going oh so well. So I wonder if I had gone and done the research on the Winter's Light, if I'd been able to find out and help that other sleeper. I don't know. I don't know. This game has such good opportunity for multiple playthroughs. And so many drives still. All right. One more cycle. Maywick is on their way. Oh, that's a lot of cycles before bad things happen. Okay, we rolled really, really well. Let's finish up this. Oh, we could probably get it with a 5. Come on. Poof, there it is. Okay. Then we'll grab 2 spores. That'll complete that. Let's see here, 2 spores. And the other one. Yeah, perfect. And then we'll go to the aviary and drop this in. Yeah, sunlit refuge. And I feel very strongly that we should just go this way. Another 3? Yes, another 3. Perfect. All right, let's talk to Rico.
Sleeper.
Rico greets you with without so much as looking up from her work.
I have some of yours here. Come see.
She beckons you over to a heavyweight-looking console wired to a series of specimen jars, some of which contain your spores. What does it say?
The spores you have here are a real cocktail, a selection of types from within the groves, but I've been able to isolate a few.
She taps one of the specimen jars.
Here we have Tricholomia matsuke.
Rico breezes through the Latin and Japanese pronunciation as if it was nothing.
A species Solnheim somewhat modified for use on the station.
She brings up a panel on her console showing a chemical composition, all gradiated bars and obtuse acronyms.
This is the composition of the Solnheim modified matsuke spores.
Modified?
Yes, every species on the eye is a tweaked variant of Solnheim's, of course, but that's not the point.
Rico brings up another panel, identical in layout, but with wildly different colors and numbers.
You see, this is what your matsuke spores look like.
I don't understand.
Look at the composition. They are totally different.
Rico glances at the specimen jar as if it might have something to add.
They're fundamentally the same spores, but they carry different chemicals, different signals.
She leans back and sighs.
Solnheim may have introduced their own tweaked versions in the beginning, but the groves have and still are affecting them. It's hard to tell without samples of fully grown mushrooms.
She meets your eye.
And herein lies our problem.
She moves to another desk where 2 trays sit side by side. The first contains nothing but plant mulch. The second you smell before you even look at it, the pungent aroma of the fruiting matsuke, like rotting, sodden overalls laced with an edge of spice.
The matsuke are grown from Solnheim stocks, pulled from a spore vault in this complex.
She winks.
They're delicious, by the way.
She sets them aside.
The empty tray is germinated with the spores you collected. No activity, no germination, nothing.
But the groves are full.
Yes, they are.
Rico looks at you directly, and you suddenly realize how much she's enjoying this.
So here is our puzzle, Sleeper. Spores from the groves won't grow in the lab. But gathering fruiting bodies from the groves is too unpredictable. We need to grow a fruiting body from some of these spores so we can track it, understand it. In short, I need you to become my mushroom farmer.
Actually, I already started. Rico looks impressed.
Well, an eager mycologist. I'd never have guessed. I assume you set yourself up in the aviary? I've been eyeing that place for its proximity to the groves. Bring me back whatever grows, not just Matsuke. There's more than a couple of variants in there, so I'll need plenty of samples.
She plucks a Matsuke cap from the tray.
These little things are reflections of their conditions, their smell, their taste, their chemistry. It all derives from the conditions of their growth.
She smells the cap.
Enough of these and we'll have a picture of what is happening here, of the ways in which this biosphere is modifying itself, or being modified, whichever the case may be.
Rico pops the Matsuke cap into her mouth, taking you by surprise.
And don't worry, Sleeper, she says, while softly chewing. If this turns out to be a dead end, I'll make sure that not a single mushroom will go to waste.
I bet not. I bet not. Well, we've got our 3 Gerial caps, so let's go talk to Erlen. Oh, not Erlen. What's his face? Anyway, here we go. Gerial caps. Do it. Emphas. Oh, we have to wait 3 days for the prep? Sad noises. Sad noises. All right, we could buy some scrap. Let me buy some scrap. This is usually pretty good. We did get scrap. Another scrap. Another ship mind or scrap? Another ship mind core. All right. Now let me see. Where's my derelict unit over here? It needs 4 scrap. Okay. So if I do get 4 scrap, we'll have a place to put it. All right. All right, I think that will do it for this particular episode. We've made quite a lot of movement going on. We've got quite a few cycles before the next guy arrives, and I don't know. I thought we were getting close to the end of the game. Honestly, I thought, hey, we're gonna fix up the ship. We're gonna give the ship mind. She's gonna go meet with her friend and resolve that, and then we'll move on, and she'll take me, and we'll go, and we'll disappear. I also thought, hey, Fang's gonna... Where's Fang? Fang? Where's Fang? Fang! I thought, hey, yeah, Fang's gonna take care of that tracker, and then we'll be done, and it'll be fine. But that's not happening. Crack Conway. Oh, meet Fang in the Greenway. Oh. I gotta come over here and explore the wastes, apparently? Oh, maybe. I don't know, but we'll figure that out again next time when we come back here on the Backlog. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you're excited to keep going here on the Backlog. I'll play with y'all again later.